I'm Pedro. Originally, I'm a philosopher, and I'll try to explain a project that we are running. It's called the Associated Whistleblowing Press, which is a ONG which seeks to struggle for freedom of expression and struggle against violations of human rights by providing social change using whistleblowing. Which means we want to provide social change by disclosing information which can prove wrongdoing. That's like a very familiar idea, no? So as we want to provide social change, it means that we think that something is wrong. So more or less try to explain what we think which is wrong. I don't know if you are familiar with a philosopher, he's called it a Habermas. Like, it's somehow like we are somehow forking the ideas of Habermas and adapting to a more, I don't know, contemporary scenario. So the problem is we have a system driven by economy and politics. It means we have a structure of exchange and a structure of power in which our world of life is inside. So our social interaction and our self-interaction, it means family, school, university, friends, I don't know, our common life, and our communication within with ourselves, they are included in inserted in a economic and political structure. The problem is that the imperatives of this structure, this economy and political structure, they are really invading our world of life. It means our social interactions and our interactions with ourselves, they are obeying these imperatives, which is money, is now the economy imperative, and power, the political imperative. It should be not necessary like this. We could have like economy and politics without the imperatives of power and money. So the problem in the end is that we have a problem with a moral problem in economy and politics. This problem leads economy and politics to really like invade our world of life. For example, now we have like a hypertrophy of jurisdiction. It means each common acts of our life, for example, peeing, are regulated by law. And these laws, they are being used as tools for these imperatives, which is power and money. So this is the basic problem. You can identify this, for example, in every kind of unfairness. For example, we can see as social interaction, like unfairness, war crimes, corruption. They're all led because people are just obeying power and money imperatives. So this is the problem that we want to change. So we think that society is modeled by information, behavior. Behavior is modeled by information. So the way we have to change this structure, this invasion of this power and money imperatives on the world of life, in the world of life, is to change behavior of people. So we change behavior of people by working with these two parameters, which is the kind of information which is available for people and the ways of assimilating this information. For example, you can take it like in two ways. Both in a philosophical way, which means like everything you do is was designed by the information you receive. Both sensorial information, intellectual information, conceptual information. So in the end, we are feeding this structure because we are behaving in a way that legitimizes in the end this kind of politics and economy. Our consumption habits, for example, they justify and legitimate this kind of economy. Like people which are in power, politicians, they have been voted. So the problem is that it is in our hands. So we have just to change this structure of the kind of information which is available and the ways of assimilating this information to change public dialogue. And on changing public dialogue, we can start to change behavior of people. So they will start to vote in other politicians, or maybe not even stop voting. They will start to have like other types of consumption that will not legitimate this structure. So our project is more or less organized like this. We have NGO. It's now based in Belgium. And from this NGO, which is under the legal framework, the Belgian legal framework, which is a framework which can at least provide more or less protection of sources with some restrictions. So we can more or less protect our sources. Not fully, because it's nearly impossible to find it does not exist actually a legal framework where you can totally protect your sources. But comparing like the Belgian one and the Icelandic one are like the best, but now we chose Belgium. So we work with an NGO which provides a legal framework. It's more or less a legal shield, and this NGO starts to construct like local nodes. It means working groups of people which are built of hackers, IT experts, journalists, activists, human rights advocates, designers, why not? So each local node, which means a whistleblowing platform, inserted in a specific social context, which receives files and dialogues with a specific public. Why we chose this decentralized structure? Because if we really want to change public dialogue, we have to change, first of all, information which is available. So, which is stronger? A person who finds out that a company in her neighborhood is polluting the river of the neighborhood, or if this person finds out that United States is making a deal of weapons with a next country, for example. I think that local leaks, they have more impact in terms of changing behavior, in terms of information which is really important for people, and information which can reach local communities. So the idea is that we'll start building local nodes, which make dialogue with public, with specific publics. Like the yellow points are the whistleblowing platforms, and yeah. From there, these local nodes, they will start to exchange information between themselves. For example, imagine we have a node in Netherlands, and in this node we receive information which is related also to Russia. I don't know, it's a document. So if we have also a Russian node, they can start to exchange documents which they receive it, exchange analysis. It's more or less making like a cross-border journalism, but applied to whistleblowing and sensitive documents. So in the end, what we reach, like we think that it will take some time, is that we can have a lot of local nodes receiving like local documents which can prove wrongdoing in a local context, and these nodes can work and build a newswire of information. So in the end, we would have like all these nodes feeding a global newswire based exclusively on unbiased reports built up upon scientific journalism. That's why we call it associated whistleblowing press, because the aim in the end is to provide a global newswire with unbiased information. Okay, apart from that, we offer some services also to communities, which is we provide like advisory if people want, like local groups want to build local whistleblowing platforms. We provide like advisory on how to publish this information and how to treat and analyze sensitive documents. We put local groups in contact with legal associations like focused on the legal aspect. And this. So What we need now, we need collaboration. We need people willing to participate. It can be like yes, IT experts, designers, journalists, people like willing to analyze information which is already public or information that we could potentially receive. So you can go to awp.is to if you are interested. We really need, and we are really open to really like start opening new nodes of whistleblowing. Donate, we accept anything. Accept servers, both virtual and dedicated. We accept hardware of any kind. We accept bitcoins, money, of course. We are already running a platform. It's to receive files, which is an international one. It's dropbox.awp.is. So you can go there and read like our policies, our data management, and moral policies in which regards like manipulating these files. And we also have our first local whistleblowing node, which is in Iceland, which is lios.is. So, well, I think it's this. Thank you.